Hey lovelies, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Ate, and today I'm giving you the ultimate full face extra glam makeup tutorial. This look is all about both eyes, flawless skin, and that head turning glam that slays every time. Okay, so grab your brushes, let's get into this full glam transformation. Welcome back, lovely. Please don't forget to like, comment, and of course subscribe if you have not. And if you're a new subscriber, you are welcome. First and first is you need a proper skin prep, because a good base means your makeup will last longer and look smoother. So I started off using the badescu setting spray on my clients because it's a baby's dedication and there is a after party, so you need this glam to stay all day. When the hydrating spray that I used on the face was properly dried, I went in with my moisturizer, and this is msmetics moisturizer. This is very important because it also brings hydration to the face, and it's important you blend properly. So when I'm done using the brush for application, I use my hand to just warm all of the moisturizer into our skin, into our pores. Okay, and you can see how it is glowing and how our skin is looking even brighter than how we initially started. And next off is a primer. It's important that you know these steps because a primer helps your makeup to last all day depending on the skin type. So I applied first on the forehead, on the brows, on the T-zone, on the chin. Okay, next off is foundation application, but first I need you to know that for a proper skin prep you must first of all cleanse, hydrate, moisturize, and prime. This helps to focus on smoothing and pores filling. Now let's talk about this foundation. Now for the base, I'm starting with a full coverage foundation for that flawless glam finish. Okay, and it's important you blend your foundation using a brush or a sponge, but what I do, I usually use my brush first to place the product on the skin, as I am doing now, to just tap it gently on the skin. I start from the lower part of the face and then gradually build to the upper part of the face. This is important, and you can see a proper skin match of the foundation. Okay, and after a while, most of all this foundation actually do oxidize. Initially to be looking as if it's too bright, but as you proceed you find out that it's now calmer and better on the skin. And when it comes to foundation blending, you need to be very careful so that the foundation does not go into the hairline of your client. When I'm done with that, I went in with a damp beauty sponge. If you're wondering what a damp beauty sponge is, it means you need to wet your beauty blender, not so wet that is dripping of water. Squeeze out all of the excesses, the water inside, and then it will be damp for you. Next off is a proper face sculpting, and I'm starting using my Beauty concealer. This concealer is becoming one of my favorites, but I love the full coverage it brings, and it's just perfect for any extra glam that you want. And of course, you know this video is how to achieve an extra full face glam. If you are wondering the shade of concealer that I'm using to snatch this face, the brand is Beauty, while the concealer shade is in 01. Okay, and then I went in with my blush and I applied the blush using my hands to just tap that gently on the skin before I blend all of it. Like I said, it's important that you allow your concealer to sit for some seconds. Okay, this will help it to be full coverage, and it will help it to, you know, blend seamlessly. And then I'm blending using a brush to just tap that gently on the skin. Okay, and then it's important to tell the client to look up. Looking up is an important makeup tip for a makeup artist to a client, because this also helps for you to stay away from eye accident, because the brush can mistakenly enter your client's eyes when she's looking at you instead of looking upward, and this is not good for your brand or for the client either. So for safety measures, it's important that you ask or instruct your clients to look up, and you explain to them the importance of looking up. Okay, and then when I'm done using a brush to blend, as always, I go back using a beauty sponge, and then when I blend under the eyes, the excesses remaining on the beauty blender, I just go a little below the jawline and blend it, you doing my reverse contour. So the excesses of every makeup product is also important. You don't need to wipe it off immediately. You can apply it under the jawline, or you go to areas that is not popping enough, and then you just blend gently there. You can see how initially when you apply makeup, it's not looking so fine. You'll be wondering, this is too much, why is it like this? I don't like the way it's looking. In all honesty, oftentimes clients do not like the way their face is looking during makeup process, but when you are done and you give them the review mirror, you see them smiling like, oh, this is nice, this is beautiful. This just tells you as a makeup artist that you need to work on your blending game if you want that extra glam. If you want all of those extra compliments and tips and referral, you need to work on your blending game. Blending is key when it comes to makeup application. You can see how I gradually snatch this face using concealer, and it's time for me to now set using powder to keep everything matte and photo ready, because like I said, she's my client and is a baby dedication. She was recommended to me by my younger sister Sonia Craft, so this is a highly recommended client, and it's important for me to put in all the work, because it will not be nice that somebody will recommend and refer you and you go and not deliver. No, that's not my trademark. I not do that one for you. For this channel, for you, for real life, you recommend me, I'm gonna make you smile. Trust me, the person will come back and tell you that there is no regret in recommending me. So when I'm done with all of the face setting, it's now time for baking, and I'm using my mercier setting powder. This powder is almost finished. The current price of this powder now is just something else, but anyways, like I said, is baking and sculpting time. Yeah, it's important you snatch those nose, okay, make it look pointed, because it usually comes out really fine in pictures. The nose cannot be ignored when it comes to sculpting of the face, and as you can see, I have set under the eyes and under the jawline, which is the zygomatic bone. Sculpting of the face is very important because it brings structure to the face. This is why 2025 makeup cannot be compared to makeup of in those days. Next off is using my mascara wand brush and a brow tamer to just comb and brush up the hairs on our eyebrows and allow it to dry before drying the brows. So while waiting for it to dry, I move to eyeshadow application. First off is applying an eyeshadow based primer. This helps to make sure that everything pops and stay put. So make sure you get yourself an eyeshadow based primer, and I'm using the Ben 9 eyeshadow base primer. When I'm done blending the eyeshadow primer, I go in with my powder from the MAC Skin Finishing Powder in the shade Dark Deepest. I use this powder as my transition shade in the eye crease. Okay, the eye crease is where I'm actually applying this powder right now, and this is the same shade of powder that I applied on our contour, on our forehead, and on our nose. And then when I'm done with that, I went into my Juvia's Place eyeshadow palette and I took a warmer color, okay, a light brown. You can see that is also a brown. It's very important that you have a palette that have different shades of brown, because the brown that will suit a light skin is different from the brown shades of brown that will suit a dark skin. Knowing the different shades of brown for each skin tone is very important because this brings about warmth and color to the client's skin. And then another tip you need to understand is when blending eyeshadow, you need a fluffy brush, and then you need to also know how to blend in and out. And then you need to know that you can place the product first, dab it, place it on the eyelid, on the crease before blending. Next off is me going in with a pink shade. Okay, this is a requested eye look. She requested for a pink shade because of her outfits, so I went in with a shimmer on the eyelid because I want the eyes to pop, but I want it to pop in the right way and not in a very loud way, because according to her, she's going to church, so she also needs the makeup that will be okay for our baby's dedication, for our church service, and then she also needs that same makeup for after party. So these entire techniques and process in this video are process that are long lasting for that extra glam. So this video is really important. It's one of those videos you cannot afford to skip any step, because it is how to achieve a full face extra glam. And then I went in with my big eyeshadow from the Juvia's Place, and I just dab gently on the eyelid as I am doing now. You place the product first, gently, place again gently before you go back to your fluffy brush, and then you blend in and out. You blend in and out. You blend in and out in a circular motion. This helps to make your eyeshadow very beautiful with no harsh line. Okay, you don't just place the eyeshadow color on the eyelid and you leave it. It's important you blend it so that people are not seeing where one eyeshadow is starting from and where the other is ending. And then of course, if you don't know this routine, if you are seeing my video for the first time on this channel, I teach you how to uplift the eyes by placing a razor blade at the outer corner of the eyelid and then blending upward. This make your eyes to really feel uplifted and very beautiful. It takes off age from you. At this time, the brow tamer that was initially applied on the eyebrows is now dry, so I went into a Nigerian brow pomade from the Edgar and Esther in the shade Nuban. I applied that at the back of my hand, and then I'm trying to create a stroke to draw my brows to properly define the brows. I started off with a line under, a line on top, and then the excesses remaining on the brush, I just gradually create light feather stroke inside the brows to make it look natural. Okay, this is one of the easiest brow techniques. I draw different shades of brow, but I go for the one that suits the client's face structure. Next off is using my Nigerian brown mascara on the eyelash, on a natural eyelash. I like to darken the eyelash before I use a false lash, and for false lash I initially applied classic eye bond on the eyelid before going into this eyelash, a Nigerian brown eyelash called the msmetics. I'll drop all of the products I use on the description box. Please do well to check it out. Next off is me applying concealer on the brow bone. It is very important. This helps the brow bone to pop and it makes your brows to also stand out. In recent time, most people no longer do this, but you know, in makeup, do what works best for you. While you are learning and upgrading your skills, be careful what you pick on the internet. Just do what works for you and your clients. What make people come to you more, try and do it and forget the trend. It's not always about trend. So when I'm done with applying concealer on the brow bone, I went in to further blend it with my blending brush. When I am done using my blending brush, I applied a powder, to also blend it. Remember, anywhere you apply concealer, it's important that you also set with a powder. You can see I use a warm shade yellow tone powder on her. You can see that the concealer is now calmer and not as bright as it used to be. Don't be afraid to experiment and don't be afraid to blend. Okay, whenever you apply any product, make sure you blend, and then I went back to my brow gel to apply on a water liner. You see the difference it just gives the eyes. Okay, the eyes is dark, the eyes is popping, the eyes is giving what it is meant to give. From eyes to lashes is giving everything they are meant to give: instant drama. Yes, that's the purpose. Next off is lip application. As you already know, for lip is important that you fill in the lip, you line in the lip, and for the lip, the brand of the lip I'm using here is Avon Cosmetics. Okay, Avon Cosmetics. When you apply your liner on top of the lip, it's important that you also apply under. And then I develop a new technique. I ask her to smile so that I can line properly. When I'm done with the lining of the lip, I just make sure that I tell her to open up her lip so that the edges that are not well lined, I can go in and correct it. Next off is filling in the lip, and I'm also using this shade from Beauty by Jones in the shade Efimena, and then I ask her to smack her lip gently. Okay, so it's important that after your lip lining you need to add toppings. Okay, you need to fill in, not just leaving it like that. And then I went in with a smaller brush to just further outline, line the lips properly, because oftentimes when you ask clients to smack their lip for blending, it usually do not go the way it is meant or it is supposed to go. So what do? Make sure you always go back in to correct any mistake. As you can see, it's important for you to clean up the edges if need be. Next off is using my mascara wand on the lower lash line, which is on the water liner. So I'm finishing up by locking everything using a setting mist on my client's face. This look isn't going anywhere here, trust me. It's important you lock everything, and this is it for this full makeup glam tutorial. Hope you love this transformation as much as I did. Let me know in the comments what you want to see next. Soft glam, bold color, maybe even a no makeup. And that's it, guys. When I was done with the makeup, the gele stylist, his name is Moses Beauty Palace, it was time for him to do his thing, and it was a very fast one. And then I just remembered that the client actually told me she wants a lip gloss, so I applied the lip gloss. It's important to multitask. While the gele person was doing his thing, I was applying the lip gloss. I was very careful so that it doesn't ruin anything. Like, she could not wait to see how the whole entire look came out. And if you've watched up till now, please do well to subscribe. And finally, I gave her a mirror. Check out, as in, she gave me one of the best reviews. I uploaded it on my Instagram. She loved that look, and I also love the look. So guys, we've come to the end of today's how to achieve full face makeup tutorial step by step. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss on any of my glam. Thanks for watching. I will see you in my next video. Until then, stay blessed, be happy, smile often, and bye guys. Mwah.